Hello and welcome to EFL Review Game Week 46. I'm just going to go through the games that mattered. So Championship games and League 1 games and League 2 games that mattered in the end of the season. So yeah, let's just jump straight into the review show, shall we? So it all kicks off Bristol City 2, Preston 2, Bristol City confirming their playoff place in the Sky Bet Championship as they will travel to Sheffield United on Thursday night. Preston went 2-0 up in this game, but I think realised they were safe at that point and then just played it out for a point in the end. Stats-wise, Bristol's both had 18 shots each. Traditional mid-table clash of previous years, of course, between Bristol City and Preston. Probably a deserved point for both in this one. Fully deserved draw for both sides. And yeah, Bristol City get a playoff place and Preston stay up. Both, well, they would have wanted that to both happen anyway. Couldn't get my words out again. So yeah, decent point for both, and they'll be happy because one's in playoffs and one stayed up. Burnley 3, Millwall 1. Millwall's playoff hopes were gone. I didn't think they stood much chance of getting in the playoffs coming away to Turf Moor in the Championship. It's always a really tough place to go this season, just because it just is a really tough place to go, isn't it, Turf Moor? So yeah, Burnley, absolute fantastic end to the season. Had a little blip, a couple of draws in there where they fell to third, but they hit form at the end of the season, overtook Sheffield United, got the job done, and got promoted. Wasn't quite enough to be champions due to Leeds' last-minute winner at Plymouth. But yeah, Burnley, 100 points along with Leeds, and a great season for them. As for Millwall, a bit disappointing under Alex Neil. Thought they could get in, but just the wrong fixture at the wrong time for Millwall and Alex Neil's side. But yeah, Burnley winning 3-1 here. Just a quick brief reflection then on Derby 0, Stoke 0. Derby, as Stoke playing out the draw due to what they knew was happening at Fratton Park and at the Hawthorns, of course, with Luton, who we'll speak on them in a little bit. Yeah, Derby 0, Stoke 0, nothing really to gloss over stats-wise. Derby probably deserved the win with 12 shots to 4 in this one, but yeah, no, neither side getting the job done. But they're both safe and they're both in the Championship for another year. So yeah, Derby 0, Stoke 0 in this one. And yeah, not really going to spend much time glossing over it. Bit of a boring game, and they both play for the draw. Coventry 2, Middlesbrough 0. Coventry confirming their playoff place with a win over Middlesbrough and Michael Carrick in this one. Yeah, very solid win, wasn't it, for Frank Lampard's Coventry? And yeah, Middlesbrough just didn't really get going at all. They miss out on the players for another year and another year of hurt. For those Borough fans, when will they be back in the Premier League? God only knows. Yeah, good result for Coventry, and yeah, they'll be playing Sunderland in the playoffs. That will be an interesting game, depending. Sunderland's form has been absolutely woeful, hasn't it? So yeah, can't wait for that one. Coventry v Sunderland should be a cracker in a couple of weeks. I have to say, Middlesbrough, really poor season for them. Probably wanted to get in the playoffs at the start of the season, probably should have got in the playoffs, didn't in the end, and Coventry took full advantage. Stats-wise show that Coventry, actually Middlesbrough actually had more shots. It was a bit like the start of the season when Middlesbrough was starting to find their form and find their trajectory. But yeah, at the end of the day, good result for Coventry, and maybe not deserved winners, but they got the job done and got the result that they needed. Plymouth 1, Leeds 2. Leeds are crowned champions. Absolutely brilliant from Leeds United. Manor Solomon and getting a goal in the 91st minute. They are champions again. Ole from what this is saying on here. But yeah, when were they last champions? Maybe under Bielsa, I guess. But yeah, has been a while for Leeds United. Spent a few years in the Prem. Deserved winners. Plymouth didn't even have a shot on target. Unfortunately, Sam Byram scoring the own goal for Plymouth. But yeah, Leeds just having too much quality for Plymouth in the end in this one. Yeah, Leeds deserve winners. 25 shots, only 4 on target, but Leeds getting the job done nonetheless and bringing the championship crown to Leeds United. And maybe can they stay up in the Premier League next year? Highly doubt it, but it could be possible if they invest. So Leeds beat Plymouth 2-1 here. Portsmouth 1, Hull 1, and if Luton scored 2 extra goals, they would have survived because Hull only drew, but it was all a bit too late for Luton as they went 1-0 down to West Brom very early on. But then Portsmouth hit back against Hull at the 55th minute, may have given Luton a bit of life, but at the end of the day, it was a brilliant, gritty performance from Ruben Sellers and his side, and fully deserved to stay up. Portsmouth had the chances to win this, but so did Hull in that first half. They were really dominant in their first 20 minutes where Hull got their goal for what they deserved as well. Marlon Pack getting man of the match in this one. Stats-wise, 11 shots each, deserved of draw. Hull having a really high XG. That means, well, they didn't miss a sitter. But, yeah, good point for Hull away at Portsmouth here. And, yeah, belonging back in the Championship for another year. And the Championship still stays competitive for another year, doesn't it? Hull drawing away at Pompey here. Sheffield United 1, Blackburn 1. Blackburn just missing out on the playoff places just by that much. Absolutely slim margins for Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, be a bit disappointed, won't they? They didn't win this game. Stats are in Sheffield United's favour. Blackburn got a lucky break with Yuki Hashi, who has had an absolutely brilliant season for Blackburn Rovers since coming in January, I believe it was, for Yuki Hashi. But yeah, Blackburn under Valerian Ismail, they'll be looking to kick on. Maybe they can go for playoffs next season. But yeah, that was a very good, strong end to the season for Blackburn Rovers. So yeah, they'll be happy with that. And no, Yuki Hashi came in the summer, didn't he? Sorry about that. But yeah, decent point for Sheffield United. A little bit more momentum going to the playoffs. And yeah, they will take on Bristol City, which should be interesting given what happened earlier on in the season between those two sides. So yeah, Blackburn be a little bit disappointed to miss out on those playoffs, but overall they were out of it a few games ago, so they could take that and move forward to next season. Sheffield United 1, Blackburn 1. And the final game that meant something in the Championship, West Brom 5, Luton 3. Luton went 5-1 down in this game. They were 3-1 down at half-time. It looked all but done. It was too much of an impossible task for Matt Bloomfield's side at the end of the day. Didn't even have a shot on target in that first game, in that first half. Apart from the goal, of course, from Ali, who looks like an absolute baller. Hopefully Birmingham can pick it up, maybe get Chong back as well. But yeah, Luton fought, but in the second half of the game, so didn't really mean a lot to them. But yeah, Luton in the end, just absolute crap. West Brom, I mean, how are you losing 5-3 to West Brom? Defensively, haven't been good enough over the season, weren't good enough yesterday, and it showed, didn't it? So yeah, West Brom deserve winners, 2.818 XG compared to 0.5 of Luton Town. So yeah, West Brom deserved winners over Luton and has sent Luton down. So yeah, Luton down in this one. Into League One we go. I'm not going to do a table review because we've already spoke about what has happened and what the permutations are, etc, etc. So I won't bother doing a table review. I want to keep it short and sweet so we can get the reacting to Championship predictions and playoff predictions out. We'll just start here with Huddersfield against Leyton Orient. Leyton Orient, well, yeah, absolutely superb performance. 4-1 away win at Huddersfield. Aki, I remember watching this for the few minutes I did watch it, curling it in. It's at top corner, Leyton Orient. Full value for the win, and Huddersfield's goal only came from a fluke via Josh Karoma. Somehow went into the net. Created a bit of panic at the time for Leyton Orient, but they got the job done in the end over Huddersfield Town. But yeah, they'll be happy with that. Leyton Orient overall got the job done. Stats-wise, dominant over Huddersfield. I know Huddersfield actually had more chances in this game, and maybe if they're a bit more clinical, definitely could have taken the game to Leyton Orient. But yeah, Leyton Orient in the playoffs, and yeah, very much safe into the playoffs, and they will take on Stockport in on Friday night, I believe. So yeah, Leyton Orient beat Huddersfield here. Reading 2, Barnsley 4. Yes, Reading did get in the playoffs, but they've got that takeover news, which is absolutely fantastic for Reading Football Club. Yes, they lost 4-2 to Barnsley yesterday, sorry. But yeah, Barnsley scoring 4. They're very much a good side away from home, are Barnsley. But yeah, Reading just not after the good home form. You would have thought they could have done a lot better than this, but Barnsley very, very good. They were open when they came to Birmingham away, and they were very open here as well. So yeah, Good result for Barnsley here. Mid-table clash. Reading missing out on the playoffs. Sadly, they wouldn't have got in the playoffs anyway due to the Leyton Orient beating Huddersfield. So yeah, that's all that really happened in League One. I will do one more game, and you can probably guess what it is. Yep, you guessed it. Cambridge 1, Birmingham 2. Birmingham 111 points. Just thought I'd speak on this quickly. Didn't look the best thing in this game. Wasn't the smoothest game. But it says Lavery Clara Watts. Oh, it's gone down as an own goal. Lucas Dukevitz didn't get the goal. That's why I was a bit confused. With what happened, Cambridge went down to 10 men, and then it was just simply all Birmingham from there. 11 shots to 9. Cambridge probably could have got something from this game. A draw was looking likely on the cards, but it did go down as a Watts own goal, which is really sad too. And the Lucas Dukevitz career of Birmingham, yeah, unfortunately, it ended like that. But yeah, can't really control it. As for Birmingham, superb season. Record breaking. Saw a bit of banter online with the 111 of Wrexham. It's not professional league, it's the EFL, Premier League, Championship, League 1, League 2. National League is an EFL, lads. Sorry, it's not EFL, and there's a bunch of part-timers in that league, as Solihull Moors as well. Wealdstone and all them are just all part-timers. So yeah, good win for Birmingham, record points, 111. Absolutely brilliant season by us, and yeah, good win for Blues over Cambridge in this one. Nothing much else to say. We'll do it while we're here. Bradford 1, Fleetwood 0. Bradford promoted 96th minute, trying to get on the pitch when the game wasn't done, and then they told them to get off the pitch, and then the game was done, and then they still tried to get them off the pitch. Seeing clips of stewards been barged over, police barging. Just let the Bradford fans have some fun if it's full time. I get if the game hasn't finished, but if it's full time, then let them do so. Celebrate how they like. Sarcevic, Walsall were winning. Could you imagine Walsall with that dismal relegation form towards the end of the season, wasn't it? Might have just stayed up. Might have just got automatic promotion ahead of Bradford, but no. Crazy goal that somehow got Bradford City promoted. Really scrappy goal. Bradford won't care. They're up. Stats-wise in this one, Sarcevic scoring, very good player for this level, and definitely can go up to the ranks and maybe play in League One as well. 17 shots to 6. Bradford deserved the win anyhow. But yeah, Bradford are promoted, and Fleetwood mid-table didn't really have anything to play for apart from just frustrate Bradford City. So yeah, Bradford beat Fleetwood here. Carlisle 2, Salford 2. Salford missing out on the playoffs. Probably one of the easiest fixtures of the day, and they've cocked it up of Salford City, and they've let Chesterfield get in ahead of them. So have Grimsby as well, letting Chesterfield get in ahead of them. Yeah, Carlisle went 2-0 up inside 2 minutes with Werner and Dennis before Cole Stockton headed in. Looked like offside to me, but I don't think he was. And then Adelakone firing back for Salford and getting a draw out of it. Wasn't enough in the end. They miss out on the playoffs. Another year in League 2 for Gary Neville's boys. So yeah, disappointing for Salford, really. Carlisle are relegated already. That is a real disappointing result. Is Mark Hughes going to stick with Carlisle into the National League, though? Let's see. Yeah, Carlisle 2, Salford 2 in this one. Colchester 0, Barrow 0. Colchester narrowly missing out on the playoffs. They were the unfavourited side to get in the playoffs. They had the game at home to Barrow, but Barrow actually had higher XG, higher chances, of course. Colchester had more shots on target, only 7 shots on target in this game as a whole. Really poor game of football. Not going to gloss over it too much. But yeah, really poor game of football. Colchester, a bit disappointing. They were in there with Grimsby, weren't they? Who both have bottled it at the end of the season. Colchester, and Grimsby both did bottle it towards the end of the season. Barrow down to 10 men in this game. Colchester had the momentum towards the end, but couldn't get the job over the line. But yeah, Colchester 0, Barrow 0, and they miss out on the playoffs. Accrington 0, Chesterfield 1. Chesterfield scraping into the playoffs with a 1-0 win away at Accrington as all the playoff teams around them decided to drop points apart from Wimbledon, who beat Grimsby, of course. So yeah, Paul Cook's men getting into the playoffs. Would I back them to be... They are definitely one of the favourites for the playoffs in League 2 at the moment. But yeah, I think I don't know. Don't think Walsall. I think it'd be Chesterfield, probably be Notts County in the final. It could be 6th v 7th, quite frankly. Even Wimbledon could get in there anyway. It'd be interesting to see who goes up to League One. Sorry, in these League Two players. Probably have some predictions for those. Don't want to guarantee it, depending on the time I have. But yeah, very, very good win for Chesterfield, and they're in the playoffs somehow, and they beat Accrington by a goal to 0. Crew 0, Walsall 1. Walsall thought they had got promoted, even though with the poor form towards the back end of that season. But due to Bradford City's last gasp goal in the 90th minute, it means Walsall will have to go via the playoffs. How can you cock it up that badly, though? 53 points from what? They're 12 points clear with a game in hand, and they fucked it all up. Absolutely strange stuff from Walsall. I think it was Nathan Lowe or wherever it was, going back to Huddersfield, which really dampened their spirit in this one. But yeah, really poor from Walsall in this one, I have to say. But yeah, that's football sometimes. They didn't get promoted end of day, but they did get a very nice win away at Crewe on the final day. Unfortunately, it's going to mean nothing because they're definitely going to lose in the playoffs to Chesterfield, you would imagine. But yeah, good win away, but it's not enough for Walsall, is it? Grimsby 0, Wimbledon 1. Grimsby have seemed to have they were in the playoff race for most of the year and have just missed out. They will have to go to League Two, play in League Two for another year and maybe try and get out next season. Wimbledon it's probably deserved of a draw this game. Still wouldn't have got Grimsby in the playoffs. They needed 70, then you had to win to get the playoffs. And Wimbledon won and got in the playoffs, and they will be playing Notts County next Sunday night at 6:30 in the playoffs. Hutchinson with the only goal for Sam Hutchinson, age 35, probably, was it a belter from outside the box, according to Footmatch? No, it's a tap it at the back post. I don't know why I thought it would have been a belter. You could see why, though. Yeah, good win for Wimbledon in this one. I don't know much about these two sides. But yeah, good win for Wimbledon over Grimsby. Grimsby have to go again, unfortunately for them. I would have liked to see them to come up to League One as they're a proper club, in my opinion. But yeah, good win for Wimbledon away at Grimsby here, and they get in the playoffs. Just a quick word on the title race. Doncaster beating Notts County and Port Vale losing at home to Gillingham. Did it get to Port Vale? But yeah, good win for Doncaster Rovers in this one as they beat Notts County away at Meadow Lane. Really hard place to go. But the title winners, they are title winners. They're in League One next season, aren't Donny. Port Vale losing at home to Gillingham probably... Well, had all the chances, 13 shots to 7, had all the momentum, but then it was all about... Aaron Rowe scoring in the 56th minute to put Gillingham in front, even though they probably didn't deserve it. But yeah, Gillingham winning at Port Vale, Doncaster title winners. Who gives a shit, really? But yeah, two different games for a title, but good League Two results for you. So yeah, can't wait to do maybe more League Two content. We'll definitely have League Two predictions for the start of the season. So yeah, good win for Gillingham, good win for Doncaster, and they are title winners. Thank you very much for watching this shorter EFL review today, just because I want to get the championship reactions to predictions out and all that jazz. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll speak to you on the next one. Successful watch along as well. Yesterday we're doing more of those. Keep up to date with them. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll speak to you all on the next one.